And it seems The Simpsons just can't wait for next season to deal with Donald Trump. The Simpsons released this video online tonight.
Excellent question. Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president.
Take a look at what happened.
For decades, The Simpsons hasn't just entertained us with its hilarious portrayal of a middle-class family. It has practically predicted the future.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
This iconic sitcom, holding the crown as the longest-running animated show ever, has a knack for eerily accurate premonitions. From political upsets to mind-blowing tech, The Simpsons seems to have a sixth sense for what's coming next. But how? Are the creators time travelers in disguise? Or is there something more to these uncanny coincidences? Get ready to explore the most mind-blowing predictions the show has made and discover how The Simpsons' prediction came true again in 2024. Dangers of virtual reality. One of the most unsettling episodes of The Simpsons took a satirical jab at the burgeoning world of virtual reality. Now, let's be clear. We are not suggesting that The Simpsons predicted the rise of virtual reality itself. After all, the episode in question, titled Friends and Family, aired on October 2nd, 2016, well after virtual reality headsets had already begun to make their way into the tech scene.
Provide you with a complete virtual reality experience.
What The Simpsons seemed to eerily foreshadow was the potential for virtual reality overuse to have some seriously negative consequences. In this episode, the residents of Springfield become utterly captivated by the latest tech craze, virtual reality headsets. It's not long before their obsession with the virtual world starts to bleed into their real lives, with some rather disastrous results. People became so engrossed in their virtual reality experiences that they were walking into traffic, oblivious to the real-world dangers around them. The episode takes this a step further, depicting a future where Springfield's citizens become so enamored with the fabricated experiences of virtual reality that they completely disconnect from reality, choosing to exist solely within the digital realm. And here's where things get a little too close to home. Today, virtual reality has transitioned from a futuristic concept to an undeniable reality, weaving its way into various aspects of our lives. From immersive gaming experiences and captivating entertainment options to innovative educational tools and groundbreaking therapeutic applications, virtual reality's potential seems limitless. With the advent of sophisticated head-mounted displays like the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and PlayStation VR, virtual reality has achieved mainstream appeal, offering users a tantalizing escape from the ordinary and a portal to extraordinary immersive experiences. The question that lingers is this: could The Simpsons' satirical portrayal of a society utterly consumed by virtual reality evolve into a chilling prophecy? Could we reach a point where the allure of virtual realms becomes so irresistible that people willingly abandon reality in favor of a permanent digital existence? Will the line between the real and the virtual become increasingly blurred, leading to a societal shift with unforeseen consequences? Only time will tell what the future holds for our relationship with virtual reality.
We could program a virtual family for you, sir.
A virtual family?
Large-scale environmental disaster. The Simpsons movie is a peculiar blend of humor and eeriness. While its primary goal is to entertain, it also throws some undeniably strange concepts into the mix. Some of these outlandish ideas might actually be serving as cryptic warnings about our future. The film's central plot revolves around a colossal environmental catastrophe that forces the government to quarantine the entire town of Springfield under a gigantic, suffocating dome. Obviously, the concept of a physical bubble encasing an entire city is absurd. However, the underlying message, a catastrophic environmental event necessitating extreme isolation, is a chilling echo of our growing ecological concerns.
To prevent your poisons from spreading, your government has sealed you all within this dome.
It's no secret that we're in the midst of a global environmental crisis. Human activity, primarily through industrial processes and unchecked consumption, is accelerating climate change at an alarming rate. The reckless disregard for our planet shown by many corporations is a major contributing factor. The Simpsons movie, in its exaggerated satirical way, might be a stark reflection of this reality, extrapolated to a nightmarish extreme. Is it possible that the show's writers were prophetically tapping into a future where environmental degradation becomes so severe that drastic measures, like those depicted in the movie, become necessary? It's a sobering thought, but one that warrants consideration as we grapple with the challenges of our changing world.
People are gonna come by and discover this. Don't worry about that. We found a way to take you off the ground.
Homer and the Cybertruck. Homer Simpson stumbles upon a life-altering opportunity when he discovers that he has a long-lost half-brother named Herb Powell in the classic Simpsons episode, "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
God, I feel so Homer!
Homer Herb, a successful automobile executive, takes pity on his sibling and offers him a chance to design a car for the common man. A car conceived through the lens of Homer's rather unique perspective on the world. However, Homer's grand vision for the Homer, as the car is aptly called, quickly goes off the rails. Fueled by his outlandish ideas and a complete lack of automotive expertise, Homer creates a monstrously impractical vehicle, a grotesque blend of questionable features and bizarre design elements that ultimately leads to Herb's financial ruin. This comical yet tale of the Homer highlights the perils of unchecked ambition and a blatant disregard for expertise.
The car designed for the average man. The Homer!
While the episode serves as a humorous exaggeration of real-world product development, it uncannily foreshadowed a real-life saga that would unfold decades later in the realm of electric vehicles. We are talking about Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur behind Tesla, and his much-hyped creation, the Cybertruck. While the Cybertruck might bear little physical resemblance to the cartoonishly absurd Homer, the parallels between the two lie in the public's reaction and the sheer audacity of their creation. Musk, much like Homer, seemed determined to single-handedly revolutionize the automotive industry, ignoring conventional wisdom and established design principles in pursuit of his own vision. The unveiling of the Cybertruck was met with a mixture of amusement, disbelief, and outright mockery. Its angular, stainless steel exoskeleton, reminiscent of a futuristic armored vehicle, divided public opinion like few vehicles before it. While some praised its radical departure from the norm, others derided it as an eyesore, a clunky and impractical behemoth out of touch with the realities of everyday driving. Kamala Harris' presidential run. As you might already know, The Simpsons has made numerous astonishing predictions over the years, leaving everyone amazed and intrigued. But this time, the show seems to have predicted even more about our future, and this time it involves Kamala Harris's presidential run. Back in 2000, the show aired an episode called Bart to the Future. Remember Lisa's big moment when she becomes President of the United States? She's wearing a striking purple suit and pearls.
Excellent question. Yes, I am proud to be America's first straight female president.
An outfit that looks eerily similar to what Kamala Harris wore to her inauguration as vice president. This parallel between the show and real life blew up online after Joe Biden decided not to run for re-election in 2024. Al Jean, one of the writers for that iconic Simpsons episode, even jumped on social media to point out the crazy resemblance.
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
But here's where things get really wild. In the Simpsons episode, Lisa doesn't just become president, she succeeds Donald Trump. That same episode that seemingly predicted Trump's presidency way back in 2000 is now showing Lisa taking over from him.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
Fast forward to reality, and if Kamala Harris wins the Democratic nomination, guess who she'll be facing off against? That's right, Donald Trump himself. Is someone writing a script for real life based on The Simpsons? Because the similarities are getting seriously freaky.
What about my pledge to build the world's largest bookmobile? Isn't there any money left for that?
The Shard. Just like many beloved TV families, The Simpsons have embarked on their fair share of globe-trotting adventures, with one particularly memorable trip taking them to the bustling streets of London. Their London escapade took an unexpected turn, venturing beyond sightseeing and delving into the realm of the future, specifically, Lisa's future. In a glimpse into Lisa's life as a university student, we see her crossing paths with a fellow student named Hugh Parkfield during a visit to London. But here's where things get interesting. In the episode, There's a brief moment where a distinctive, pointy building can be seen behind the iconic Tower Bridge. For those familiar with London's skyline, this striking building is instantly recognizable as the Shard, a 72-story skyscraper that has become a symbol of modern London. The episode in question aired in 1995, while construction on the Shard didn't even begin until 2009, a full 14 years later. The accuracy of the Shard's depiction in the episode, both in terms of its location and its unique silhouette, is uncanny, to say the least. Was it an incredible coincidence, or perhaps a subtle hint of some uncanny precognitive abilities at play? While it's easy to dismiss it as a random architectural detail, the eerie accuracy of the Shard's appearance in a pre-construction London skyline remains a fascinating and amusing quirk in The Simpsons' legacy of seemingly predicting the future. Robots. As librarians, given its premise of peering into the future, it's no surprise that the episode Lisa's Wedding is rife with potential Simpsons predictions. The episode revolves around Lisa's encounter with a fortune teller who reveals a glimpse into her romantic destiny. According to the fortune teller's prediction, Lisa is fated to fall head over heels for and eventually marry a refined English gentleman named Hugh Parkfield, whom she will meet during her university years.
Hey, watch it!
This glimpse into Lisa's future doesn't stop at matters of the heart, however. It also reveals a rather significant shift in the landscape of libraries. Librarians have been replaced by robots.
Of course not, you're a robot.
Fast forward to 2016, and what was once a whimsical detail in a cartoon's vision of the future began to take shape in the real world. A group of innovative students from Aberystwyth University embarked on a project that mirrored The Simpsons' prediction with an uncanny resemblance. They successfully developed a prototype for a fully functional library robot. And what did they name this groundbreaking creation? You guessed it, Hugh. This real-life Hugh, just like his Simpsons counterpart, is designed to revolutionize the library experience. Hugh is programmed to patiently listen to a library visitor's request, efficiently locate the desired book, and then personally guide the visitor to its exact location. While robotic librarians haven't completely taken over the halls of libraries just yet, recent leaps and bounds in the field of robotics suggest that it might not be long before Hugh, or a similar creation, becomes a commonplace fixture in libraries around the world. Once again, The Simpsons seem to have hit the nail on the head, transforming a seemingly outlandish prediction into a tangible possibility. Please return to your home. Blocking out the sun. In the unforgettable two-part episode, Who Shot Mr. Burns?, Springfield finds itself on the brink of an unexpected windfall when a vast oil reserve is discovered beneath none other than Springfield Elementary School. Principal Skinner and Superintendent Chalmers, eager to involve the community, begin collecting suggestions from students and residents on how best to utilize the potential riches. However, their hopes of communal prosperity are dashed when Mr. Burns swoops in and seizes control of the oil, leaving Skinner and Chalmers empty-handed. But Mr. Burns' audacious scheme doesn't end there. In a move that can only be described as villainously ingenious, he constructs a colossal disc designed to block out the sun, plunging Springfield into perpetual darkness. To force every resident to rely on his power plant for their energy needs, further lining his already overflowing pockets. Surprisingly, a real-life billionaire, George Soros, recently proposed a concept that, on the surface, seems to echo Mr. Burns' outlandish plan, although with a dramatically different objective. During the prestigious Munich Security Conference, Soros put forward the idea of creating a massive cloud shield above the rapidly melting Arctic. The purpose of this ambitious geoengineering project would be to reflect sunlight away from the Earth's surface, thereby slowing down the alarming rate of Arctic ice melt and mitigating the devastating effects of global warming. Unlike Mr. Burns' self-serving scheme, Soros' proposal stems from a genuine desire to address one of the most pressing challenges facing humanity, making it a concept worthy of serious consideration and, dare we say, even support. Stealing cooking grease. While The Simpsons Season 10 premiere, L'Art of the Dance, might not rank among the show's most earth-shattering predictions, it certainly holds a place as one of its most peculiar. The episode centers around Homer's latest get-rich-quick scheme, which, as usual, is as outlandish as it is ill-conceived. It all begins when Apu, the ever-resourceful proprietor of the Quick-E-Mart, reveals to Homer that there's a thriving market for used cooking grease in Springfield.
to make products such as soap, cosmetics, baby food.
Used grease is worth money?
Intrigued by this unexpected revelation, Homer, with Bart in tow, embarks on a greasy quest to amass a small fortune by any means necessary. Their misguided pursuit of quick riches leads them to attempt to steal grease from unsuspecting sources, including Krusty Burger and even the school dance, resulting in a series of predictably chaotic misadventures.
When you want grease, go to the source. Good old Krusty Burger.
Oh, I'll say.
Fast forward to 2012, and this seemingly ludicrous plotline took an unexpected turn toward reality. A New York Times article highlighted a bizarre trend sweeping through the city's culinary underbelly, the rise of cooking grease theft. As it turns out, The Simpsons had stumbled upon a genuinely lucrative market. Used cooking oil, once considered a useless byproduct, had transformed into a valuable commodity, with applications ranging from biodiesel production. Inspired by Homer's entrepreneurial spirit, thieves began targeting restaurants across New York, making off with their used cooking grease in a bid to cash in on this unexpected black market. Cypress Hill and the London Symphony Orchestra. In the 1996 episode Homerpalooza, Homer finds himself an unlikely star attraction at a music festival. His claim to fame? An uncanny ability to withstand cannon fire to the stomach, a talent that earns him a spot as a sideshow freak. Joining him on this bizarre musical odyssey is the renowned hip-hop group Cypress Hill.
I'll miss you, Pumpkins, but I just can't share your bleak worldview.
In a moment of comical miscommunication, the group accidentally books the London Symphony Orchestra to provide the musical accompaniment for their set, resulting in the orchestra gamely performing Cypress Hill's hit song, Insane in the Brain, and other tracks.
You're the coolest dad alive!
Fast forward to July 2024, and what seemed like an outlandish Simpsons gag transformed into a remarkable case of life imitating art. Cypress Hill found themselves sharing the stage with the London Symphony Orchestra, just as The Simpsons had predicted. This time, however, it was no accident. The iconic hip-hop group took to the stage at the Royal Albert Hall, one of the world's most prestigious concert venues, for a once-in-a-lifetime performance of their seminal 1993 album, Black Sunday, with orchestral accompaniment provided by the London Symphony Orchestra. Reflecting on this surreal experience, Louis Freese, a member of Cypress Hill, told the media that they had played in many historical venues throughout their career, but none as prestigious as the Royal Albert Hall. He also credited The Simpsons, saying that if the episode hadn't been written, they probably wouldn't have organized this event. The bandmates even extended an invitation to Peter Frampton, who was originally meant to book the London Symphony Orchestra for his act in Homerpalooza, but they never received a response. Subscribers pick. Before we continue with the rest of the video, here is today's subscribers pick. This image showcases a striking scene from The Simpsons. In this vivid frame, we see a character resembling Donald Trump, animated in the classic Simpsons style. The character is shown in a dramatic pose, hands raised as if addressing a crowd or reacting to something shocking. He is wearing a suit and tie, with a conspicuous red stain on his shirt that looks like a bullet wound. What's particularly eerie about this image is its link to the real-world events of 2024. The Simpsons' prediction came true again in 2024, with an assassination attempt on Trump. This scene eerily mirrors the recent event, where Trump survived an attempt on his life. It's almost as if the show had a crystal ball, blending satire with a chilling degree of accuracy. The Simpsons has been a cultural touchstone for decades, often surprising viewers with its eerily accurate foresight. But do you think today's image is a genuine prediction from The Simpsons, or a cleverly crafted piece of fan art? How do you feel about the show's numerous predictions that have seemingly come true? Let us know in the comments. Marge Simpson's journey and Paul McCartney's fan connections. The Season 2 episode Brush with Greatness delves into Marge Simpson's hidden artistic talents and a long-forgotten chapter from her past. While exploring the Simpsons' attic, Bart stumbles upon a collection of Marge's old paintings, all depicting none other than Ringo Starr, the drummer for the legendary band, The Beatles.
Who's the mop top with a big schnoz?
Don't you know anything, boy? That's Ringo Starr.
Intrigued, Marge reveals that she had once harbored artistic aspirations and had even sent a portrait to Ringo himself, hoping for his feedback. However, her dreams were dashed when she never received a response. Encouraged by Lisa's belief in her abilities,
I'd love to hear the particulars of how your gift was squashed.
Marge decides to rekindle her passion and enrolls in a painting class at Springfield Community College. Her talent, dormant for far too long, shines through, culminating in her winning the college's prestigious art show.
Provocative, but powerful.
Just as Marge contemplates abandoning her artistic pursuits once more, a letter from Ringo arrives, filled with words of encouragement that reignite her passion for painting. In a heartwarming case of life-reflecting art, although with a different Beatle, a similar tale of long-awaited recognition unfolded in May of 2024. Paul McCartney, the singer-songwriter and bassist for the Beatles, came across a Video Street interview from 6 decades prior. The interview featured a woman named Adrienne from Brooklyn, who professed her admiration for the musician. Touched by her enduring affection, McCartney recorded a video message for Adrienne, which he shared on TikTok and Instagram. In his message, he said he saw her video and revealed that he was currently in Brooklyn for a photo exhibition, inviting Adrienne to come and see it. This wasn't the first time McCartney had displayed such remarkable thoughtfulness and connection with his fans. On a previous occasion, he responded to 2 women from Essex who had sent him a mixtape 50 years earlier. These heartwarming gestures serve as a reminder that even amidst the whirlwind of fame and time, genuine connections can endure, proving that sometimes even the most far-fetched dreams, like receiving a letter from a Beatle, can indeed come true. Wacking Day. In the classic Simpsons episode, Wacking Day, the residents of Springfield gear up for an unusual and rather disturbing annual tradition. As the name suggests, Wacking Day revolves around the mass extermination of snakes, with the townspeople gleefully taking to the streets to bludgeon any serpent in sight. The supposed rationale behind this practice is to keep the snake population in check, a tradition attributed to the town's founder, Jebediah Springfield. However, as is often the case in Springfield,
Jebediah Springfield, every May 10th local residents gather to drive snakes into the center of town and
the truth proves to be far less noble. The origins of Wacking Day are eventually debunked, revealing a more sinister and nonsensical motive behind this ritualistic slaughter. While the revelation of Wacking Day's true nature put an end to the tradition within the animated confines of Springfield, the episode's central conceit of a community coming together to eradicate snakes has found a strange parallel in the real world. The Florida Python Challenge is an annual event that, unlike its fictional counterpart, serves a genuine ecological purpose. This unique competition calls upon brave individuals to help curb the ever-growing population of invasive Burmese pythons in the Everglades. These slithering interlopers, having established a stronghold in the delicate ecosystem, pose a significant threat to native wildlife. The Florida Python Challenge, therefore, is not just a quirky event, but a vital conservation effort. And much like any good competition, the Florida Python Challenge sweetens the deal with the allure of lucrative cash prizes, reaching up to $10,000. The promise of both ecological heroism and financial gain has proven to be an irresistible combination, as evidenced by the increasing number of participants each year. And unlike the episode, where Barry White's soulful tunes inspire the snakes to rise up, there seems to be no stopping the participants in the Florida Python Challenge from achieving their goal of restoring balance to the Everglades. Tension between the United States and China. The Simpsons, with its uncanny knack for predicting future events, has offered up a particularly unsettling vision of the year 2024, and it involves a potential military conflict between the United States and China. While the show doesn't explicitly declare war in 2024, it depicts a world where tensions between these global superpowers have reached a fever pitch. This prediction is made all the more ominous considering the context of the episode, a future where Lisa Simpson is President of the United States, having inherited the Oval Office from none other than Donald Trump.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
The episode paints a bleak picture of the economic landscape Lisa inherits from the Trump administration, a landscape dominated by crippling debt owed to China. This precarious financial situation, coupled with existing geopolitical tensions, creates a powder keg ripe for detonation. While open warfare might not erupt in 2024, the episode suggests that this could be the year the seeds of conflict are sown, the year when simmering resentments and strategic maneuvering push the two nations dangerously close to the brink. Imagine a world on edge, where every diplomatic blunder, every military exercise, every economic sanction could be the spark that ignites a global conflagration. The potential for conflict between the United States and China is, of course, a topic that extends far beyond the realm of animated sitcoms. It is a reality of our current geopolitical landscape, a subject that fuels countless debates among academics, policymakers, and military strategists. The Simpsons, with its trademark blend of satire and social commentary, simply holds up a distorted mirror to our own anxieties, reminding us of the fragility of peace in an increasingly interconnected and volatile world. Whether 2024 will truly be the year this particular prediction comes to pass remains to be seen, but the episode serves as a call to action to address the underlying tensions and strive for greater understanding and cooperation on the global stage. Public health and safety fears. In episode 4 of season 21, The Simpsons satirizes the real-world anxieties surrounding food production and the unsettling consequences of tampering with nature. The episode centers around a new burger sensation that takes Springfield by storm. This seemingly innocuous culinary creation, however, harbors a dark secret. Instead of traditional cattle feed, the cows destined for the burger are fed a steady diet of ground-up cows. This unorthodox and frankly disturbing feeding method is presented as a way to enhance the flavor of the beef. At first, the results seem promising. The burger is a smash hit, with a local news reporter singing its praises during a live broadcast. However, his culinary ecstasy is short-lived. Mid-bite, the reporter undergoes a horrifying transformation, succumbing to a sudden and violent madness that compels him to attack other people.
Hey, that's my check cashing arm, you stupid girl!
This bizarre incident proves to be the tip of the iceberg. The burger, tainted by its cannibalistic origins, unleashes a terrifying virus upon Springfield, transforming its unsuspecting residents into a ravenous horde of flesh-eating zombies. Panic and chaos engulf the town as the infected population turns on the healthy. In a surprising turn of events, it's revealed that young Bart Simpson, the family's resident prankster, was born with antibodies to the virus. The episode culminates in a desperate struggle for survival, with the remaining uninfected citizens forced to consume food Bart bathed in as the only known cure. While the episode is obviously exaggerated for comedic effect, it touches upon a very real and disturbing practice within the meat industry: the use of animal byproducts, including rendered animal proteins, in livestock feed.
A little tip, you might want to wash me before you eat me.
This practice, while legal in many countries, has been a source of controversy and concern for decades, with critics pointing to the potential risks of disease transmission, particularly the spread of bovine spongiform encephalopathy, more commonly known as mad cow disease. Mad cow disease, a fatal neurological disorder that affects cattle, is caused by prions, misfolded proteins that can trigger a chain reaction of protein misfolding in the brain, leading to severe neurological damage. The disease gained widespread notoriety in the 1980s and 90s when it spread through cattle populations in the United Kingdom and other parts of Europe, leading to widespread culls and a crisis of consumer confidence in the beef industry. While cases of mad cow disease in humans are rare, the disease can be transmitted through the consumption of contaminated beef. The Simpsons, in its own darkly humorous way, taps into these real-world anxieties, highlighting the potential consequences of our industrialized food system and the ethical dilemmas posed by certain practices within the meat industry. The episode serves as a reminder that our pursuit of cheap and abundant food can sometimes come at a hidden cost, and that tampering with the natural order can have unintended and terrifying consequences. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.